Halfway through the 2023-2024 season, Tyrese Maxey has proven to be the clear favorite for Most Improved Player award. The point guard has already proven to be a very good player, but this season he has proven to be a star. So join me as I walk you through how Tyrese Maxey is proving a big point to the NBA. Star Leap. Coming off the shadows of James Harden, 23-year-old guard Tyrese Maxey is letting everyone know he is a star in the league. From averaging 20.3 points, 3.5 assists, and 2.9 rebounds per game in a season where he came from the bench 19 times, to averaging 25.7 points, 6.6 assists, and 3.6 rebounds in the most minutes per game he has ever played, Maxey has so far made a star leap. The increase in points, assists, and rebounds has so far made him a frontrunner for the most improved player in the NBA this season. You just have to recognize that the 76ers gave the keys to their offense to Maxey. And so far, it has been safe because the Sixers are currently third in the Eastern Conference. I mean, if you lose someone like James Harden and replace him with a 23-year-old guard, who would have thought they wouldn't feel his loss like that? Obviously, they have the 2023 League MVP, Joel Embiid, but for several years now, the Sixers' problem has been a second star. And so far, they have found it in the guard they drafted with the 21st overall pick in the 2020 NBA Draft. Embiid's partnership with Ben Simmons showed promises, but it turned out badly for the Sixers. Then we had MVP's partnership with former #1 pick Markelle Fultz, but that never materialized, as Fultz's shoulder and shooting issues ruined his time in Philly before he was shockingly traded to the Orlando Magic. Then there was Embiid's best partnership in years, the 18-month pairing with James Harden. But the three-time scoring champion did this after leading the league in assists and helping Embiid win MVP.
Daryl Morey is a liar, and I will never be a part of an organization that he's a part of. Let me say that again. Daryl Morey is a liar, and I will never be a part of an organization that he's a part of.
Anyway, just this season, Tyrese Maxey joined the elite company of legendary Sixers guard Allen Iverson as the only two players in the Sixers franchise history to score 50-plus points at 23 or younger, when he put up a career-high 50 points along with 7 rebounds, 5 assists, and 3 blocks in a 137-126 win over the Indiana Pacers. Let's break down that game to show you how good and indispensable Tyrese Maxey has been this season. In the first point of the game,
they've won 3 in a row. Sixers have won 7 in a row. Looking forward to having fun here on a Sunday night in South Philly.
Notice how Maxey does his best Tony Parker's impression as he uses the screen as a launch pad for an easy floater. Compared to last season, he has improved his scoring skills. Take a look at this.
Defense is a fine JoJo.
Maxey left wing triple. Count it for Tyrese Maxey.
You're going to have to start coming up with different words. The next game to his game, watch this two-man action. Again, thought about it for a second. The defender thought about going under right there. Oop, that is too much space.
Notice how he creates space by baiting Bruce Brown into going under a screen before pulling a three? Another clip that demonstrates how improved his scoring game is this.
Kept the defender on his left hip as he got all the way to the basket.
He was a rising star last year. This guy, a rising star a few years before.
Recommend others try this. Swings the ball through, picks up the contact along the way. The concentration, there's the foul.
Walking through the Pacers' defense to float that ball while picking up contact. Maxey had great touch, but this season, if you watch him, you will notice that he has improved so much, and the stats back him up. 10 games into the season, and his free throw percentage improved by 9.5%, going from 84.5% to 94%. His field goal percentage from beyond the arc went up 6.2%, going from 44.7% to 50.9%. However, 42 games into the season, these percentage increases have all dropped yet are still strong. He is currently shooting 50.2 in step-back twos and averaging 6.6 assists while turning the ball over 1.6 times per game, meaning not only do the defenders have to worry about Maxey blazing into the arc, but they also have to worry about the possibility that he might use his drive to set up an assist. I'm sure prolific defenders in the league would attest that anyone who can drive in at top speed, stop in an instant, and step backwards far enough to create real separation is a defender's nightmare. However, aside from his offensive leap this season, the most impressive aspect of Maxey's game is that he is well-rounded and not concentrated on only scoring. 42 games into the season, and there is no doubt that this is his best season defensively. Tyrese Maxey has almost tripled his total blocks from last season. All I'm saying is that Maxey's crazy season so far has seen him as one of the league's best guards, and everyone in the league has been on alert. NBA praises. Tyrese Maxey's performance this season has definitely earned him praise across the NBA, from teammates and coaches to opponents and analysts. 20-time All-Star LeBron James has had the pleasure of playing against him since he got into the NBA. However, how good Maxey has been this season made the 4-time MVP give him his flowers. After the Sixers handed James his worst loss ever when they beat the Lakers 138-94, LeBron shared a reel of Maxey talking about his influence on his Instagram stories, where he added his own words to the post to show some love to the young guard. Love this kid, man. The work never lied, and that's why he's so damn good. And more importantly, he's a better person, which is insane, James wrote. Teammate and 2023 MVP Joel Embiid also has nothing but praise for the young guard, even admitting that he has been carrying them all season.
And he's been doing that all season. That's our guy. Full quarter, we know where the ball's got to go. We gonna go to Tyrese. He plays, the full, quarters. So, he gets hot. He's been carrying us all season long. Full quarters. So, we just gotta give him the ball and put the ball in his hands.
All-Star voting underway. What kind of case is he making to make his first All-Star team?
Well, I don't think it's a question. You should be. He's way better than All-Star. He should be. I know there's not much of a difference, but being a starter is a little different than just being an All-Star. So he should definitely be a starter. He's been consistent all season, carrying us, doing whatever it takes, and we're winning. So that counts for something. So yeah, I think he deserves to be an All-Star, especially a starter.
Embiid described his big improvement better when he said, "Just watching the games, he's been great. Whether it's the pocket passes or finding guys coming off the screen on the other side and those key passes, he's been great. I still believe there's another level that he can get to, and I'm sure he wants to get to because he's eager to learn." Former NBA point guard and Sixers assistant coach Sam Castle had this to say about Tyrese Maxey's ability.
Maxey is, they shooting at 40, 42, 40, 41, 42 right now. And so he has that part. He's a great finisher at the basket, so his speed is unbelievable, and he has a knack of making layups in traffic. That's something that I couldn't teach him because I was never a great layup maker in traffic.
Athletic.
I had no athleticism to do that, you know what I'm saying? So all praise to him. And the part we're working on, I'm trying to get him to understand that with his 5 seconds on the shot clock, he don't have to horse the 35 foot up. He has enough ability to get to where he wants to get at with the basketball. And if he gets this part of the game down, the mid-range game down, where it don't have to be like Kyrie Irving's, because Kyrie Irving is a basketball. But if it could be 70% of what Kyrie Irving has from the mid-range game, he's special. He's gonna be a special ball player.
Sixers legend Dr. J has been so impressed with Maxey that he even compared him to the legendary Allen Iverson. Everything about him is impressive. His persona, his attitude, his energy, his ability, Irving said. He's as capable of scoring as any player in the league. He's a different type of version of Allen Iverson. Iverson was fearless, and I see that in Maxey. And Maxey probably has a little more floater in his game, said Julius Erving. Brooklyn Nets head coach Jacques Vaughn had high praises for the young guard.
Make you change your defense, and the way that Maxey's playing at a high level, his ability to command the basketball, get to his spots, make shots, you see why this is one of the best teams in the league.
He exudes a joy about it that I love watching. I'm a fan of basketball. I'm watching all the time, and to see him progress as an athlete, to see him as a one-man fast break and his team to be okay with that, to see him play pick and roll and his team be okay with that, to see him take and make big shots, his team be okay with that, to score 50 points in a game and still give the credit to your teammates, I think that exudes what kind of person he is. That's me from the outside looking in, but he plays with a sense of joy that I appreciate, Vaughn said. Former 76ers guard TJ McConnell has been surprised with the star leap Maxey has taken this season and praised him for his improvement since taking the key to the Sixers' offense. He's about as big time as it gets. Good kid, but his skill level is remarkable. The jump he's made year after year and the growth that he's made, I mean, James Harden leaving, and now they give him the ball and give him the freedom to show what he can do, and he's not disappointing? He's a great guard, McConnell said. In any case, while this sudden leap has been a surprise to many, it wasn't a shocker to many who have followed Maxey since he got into the NBA. In fact, some NBA stars and coaches even believe that given time, he is bound to be the best in the league. Always meant to be. As far back as 2022, when the Miami Heat faced an Embiidless and Hardenless Sixers, Jim Butler and Bam Adebayo had hoped it would be a walk in the park. Unfortunately, they were met with a shock. A second-year point guard named Tyrese Maxey shocked the Miami Heat, who were the top seed at the time. So much that both Bam Adebayo and Jimmy Butler couldn't help but praise Maxey. He is a heck of a player. The way he scored the ball in the fourth and all throughout the game, drawing help and making the right plays, he's been doing it all year long. I hear how hard he works, and I definitely respect him and his game, and he's going to be in this league for a long time, Butler said. In a team that had Embiid and Harden, Maxey was a problem and had always been a problem. In high school, the Dallas-born point guard had superstar written all over him since he was in high school. And he was a 5-star recruit as early as his sophomore year of high school, guiding the South Garland High School to their first ever Texas State High School basketball tournament appearance back in 2018. In his senior year in high school, he was even a McDonald's All-American selection and named to the 2018 USA Today All-Texas First Team as he finished high school averaging 21.8 points, 6.3 rebounds, and 3.6 assists per game as a senior for the South Garland Titans' basketball team. He played for Kentucky in college and started 28 out of the 31 games in his lone year there, averaging 14 points, 4.3 rebounds, and 3.2 assists per game. After a year of college, he got drafted with the 21st overall pick, and he didn't take long to get along with head coach Doc Rivers. In his first NBA start against the Denver Nuggets, Maxey recorded 39 points, 7 rebounds, and 6 assists. With those stats, he became the first rookie since 1970 to score that many points in his first career start. In fact, the only rookie with more points in Sixers history is none other than Hall of Famer Allen Iverson, who dropped 40 on the Washington Bullets in 1997. In any case, fast forward to his second playoff, and he was already overshadowing superstar teammates Joel Embiid and James Harden. In Game 1 of the first round of the 2022 playoffs, Maxey dropped a team-high 38 points on the Raptors, becoming the youngest 76ers player to score 30 points in a playoff game and the third youngest player in NBA postseason history with a 38-point game after Magic Johnson and LeBron James. He ended that series averaging 21.3 points, 4.8 assists, and 4.7 rebounds. For what it's worth, the star leap Tyrese Maxey is currently experiencing with the Sixers isn't a surprise to anyone who has seen him since he got drafted, as he has always used every opportunity to prove that he is a star. And now, with the free reign of the Sixers' offense, he is only making the big statement that he is in fact a superstar. In any case, several NBA fans have also been noticing Maxey's star leap this season, and a user commented, "Tyrese Maxey was playing like an all-star last season. Now he's playing like a superstar." Another commented, "I gotta tell you, there's not many players in the league right now that I would take over Tyrese Maxey. He's rapidly becoming a superstar." Anyway, we can only hope the league sees this star leap and awards him not just the most improved player after he missed out on being an all-star starter. If you enjoyed this video, the next video on your screen is worth your time.